Urbexken. Sitting down here with one of our other explorers, Naomi. Naomi, why don't you tell us a bit about yourself?
Well, I don't know. What do you want me to tell? Like what? I don't know.
Well, where do you come out of? I know you're from Ohio, but this is where you got your starts from?
Yeah. Okay.
Well, what got you into exploring this urbexing thing?
So it kind of started when I was driving my son to band. I kept driving by this old building on a country road, and I was curious about it, but I didn't go back to it right away. We just kept driving by and looking at it, kind of stalking it. And then it wasn't until after we went to Point Pleasant, West Virginia, to the TNT bunkers, and then we found a couple abandoned schools while we were there, and we started going to those. Then we finally went back to the place on the country road, and it turned out to be this really cool nursing home. So that was what really got me started in exploring.
Were you afraid, like your first explorer going into this nursing home, were you afraid to go into it, or were you like kind of at ease?
We were told so I went with my brother, my sister, and my niece, and we were told by somebody who had been in there before that the people across the street didn't care if you went into it, so just as long as you didn't like destroy it. So we knew it was pretty chill to get in.
Pretty sweet. Good. So did you find anything on your first explore? Like what kept you going to explore more places?
Oh my god, it was so cool. There was patient checkbooks, patient IDs, there was medicine, there was false teeth sitting on the one thing by the bed. Like, this place had everything in it. So it was like one of the coolest places I've ever been. So just like the excitement of what might be there is what kept me coming back to different places.
Oh, were you any kind of hobbies before this that kind of got you into this?
No, I just watched The Proper People a lot, and Josh, exploring with Josh, and then like watching their videos and the cool places they went. And then I started watching Mobile Instincts videos on YouTube, and I was like, me and my sister were discussing like, do they do this legally? Do they break in? Like, how do they do this? And then, so we just decided we wanted to try it. So that was kind of how it started.
Nice. So did you like naturally get your sister involved, or was she doing it herself already?
She pretty much started the same time I did, going to the TNT bunkers and the old schools in southern Ohio.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
So I've pretty much been doing it with my sister the whole time.
Now, you have a YouTube channel too, right?
Yep.
And she does too?
Yep.
So who came first? Did you come first, or did she come first with the YouTube channel?
We started at the exact same time.
And how's that going for you guys?
It's not great, but it's fun.
Well, it's not about.
I just keep doing it because it's fun. Honestly.
Yeah, it's pretty much what it is. If you're going there for the cloud, you're going there for the money or the monetary stuff. You're doing it for all the wrong reasons.
Yeah.
You're doing it for the experience and to share your experience and get other people interested, because urban exploring is like one of those things that people see it, but it doesn't really click to them, and it doesn't mean the same thing for everybody. So I guess maybe that's my next question to you is, what does Urbex mean to you?
Finding cool places, learning the history, and just going there and having fun with friends.
Cool. How many friends have you made, do you think, over the years of urban exploring?
So, like, I have people that I would say I'm friends with, that I explore with, and I pretty much just stick to those people. But I've met a lot of people, and like, so far that's been really cool.
Yeah, there's been a lot of people over the years that we come across. And what about your first run-in with an explorer? Are you still friends with them?
French run-in explorer.
Do you remember who they were?
I think the first person I explored with was Chris, Stanton's Journeys.
Elias.
And of course, I still explore with him all the time.
He's the guy that likes all those trains, right?
Yeah, trains.
Yeah, I've seen his stuff. He's a pretty good guy. Yeah. So you guys go out often together to explore?
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool. Well, what about rules? I know a lot of people have their own rules when they go to explore. Do you have any like rules you set for yourself to make sure you're safe to go? What kind of rules would you say that you keep over time?
The only really rule that is important is don't break anything, don't do any damage to any of the buildings.
That's pretty much just golden rules.
Yeah.
Leave it as you came.
Yep.
Right, and just trying to take anything when you go
Yeah.
in.
Yep.
Well, how's that? What's that motto go? What's that golden motto?
Take nothing but photographs, leave nothing but footprints. Is that what it is?
Oh, that's
I think that's
pretty
what. Yeah, I think that's what I heard.
close. Yeah, whatever it is, I'm pretty sure it's near that. Yeah.
That's
Now, I know some of us travel light, some of us travel heavy. You never know what we're going to need on the road or we're going to another place. What's your go-to when it comes to your gear or your bag? Like, if we had your bag out here right now and we opened it up, what would we find?
camera, flashlight, batteries, probably hand sanitizer. I don't know. That's about all I carry. I don't really carry as much as I did before. Like before, I used to have all kinds of stuff, like a med kit and everything, but like Band-Aids and stuff like that, but I don't really do that anymore.
Yeah, it's actually easier to travel light than when we first go into everything. We're going to need this, we're going to need this, we might need this. And so you carry everything, and everyone carries around these backpacks. And yeah, of course, these backpacks, serve a purpose, but a lot of times it's so much easier and safer to travel light, going in there, don't stay too long, and then move on from there.
Usually, just leave the big backpack in the car and go in as light as possible. That way, if you have to get out quick, because you can always run out to your car and get whatever you need.
Now, what about your protection? Like, do you wear a mask or do you do anything like that?
No, I don't wear a mask.
Even when they say no asbestos?
I like asbestos.
You snort it for breakfast, don't you?
Yes. Eat it.
Who has that? I know someone has a hoodie or a shirt saying that. Who's that?
Evan. What's his? Evan. I don't know, Evan.
It sounds familiar, yeah.
I can't remember what his YouTube is, but I think he doesn't have YouTube. I think he just has Facebook. But yeah, he made those shirts. Asbestos is yummy, with like a cereal bowl on the back or something.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. What about weapons? Do you carry anything for protection?
Sometimes I take pocket knife and pepper spray.
Okay, because I know there's certain rules and regulations. When you go into places, you get caught, they actually charge you more for having certain things with you. So, especially when it comes to any kind of concealed item, they really frown upon that. So, I wouldn't recommend anybody doing that unless you absolutely 100% know you're not going to get shot.
If I'm going in alone, which is rare, I'll take the pocket knife and the pepper spray. But if I'm with somebody else, usually I won't take anything.
They say you're going alone. What's the first place you've been into alone? And how was that experience?
The Spring Factory in Detroit. I went there alone.
And what was that like? Was it scary or was it?
Not really scary, because I talked to 3 people before I went. Was texting 3 people before I went in to see if they thought it would be safe to do alone. And then they all knew where I was going to be, and I messaged them before I went in. And then they were like, message me as soon as you get out. That way we know you made it out safely. That way they could call if there was a problem. So, yeah, I was just that one was cool. I roamed around. I was afraid I'd get lost because I always forget where I come in and out at places. But, yeah, that one was cool. I didn't have any problems there.
Okay, well, what about, have you come across anything dangerous while you're out exploring?
Nah, nothing dangerous.
Oh, danger. I mean, you got, tool weapons, broken floors, people, homeless. I mean, there's plenty of things like that.
In Columbus at the stadium, there was a bunch of us there, but this homeless guy came riding up on a bicycle, and he was asking us all these questions and stuff, and he just kept following us around and asking us questions and talking to us. And it was probably about 5 minutes after he was following us around that we realized he had a knife on him. He didn't really cause us any problems. He just basically, I think he was just kind of lonely and just wanted someone to talk to.
Okay, well, at least that's probably about the best outcome probably in that situation.
Yep.
I guess we've got the people out of the way. What about obstacles? If you came close to having a risky fall accident or something like an injury, what happened?
So we were in Detroit in Highland Park neighborhood, and we were gonna try to get into the school, but we couldn't because it was too. The window would have been like a drop down, and it was too far, and it was raining, so we didn't want to drop down. So we went down this alley to this one apartment building. It was like a high-rise apartment building. So we went in, and we had to get out of the way quick. So we were like up or down, and I was like, let's go down. So we started to go down, and like the second step, I went through the stairs. And I didn't fall all the way. I was just like dangled there. And then it was just like, didn't get hurt or anything. It just climbed out, and it was fine.
Oh, that's good. Well, I mean, have you been with anybody that had an accident while you were there in front of you?
Yeah, Chris. We were at cement plant by Sandusky,
Uh-huh.
and I think like he was on this ledge, and like I was ways back, and I was recording, and I turned around just as he fell off the ledge and landed on his side, on his shoulder, and hurt his shoulder and stuff. But he didn't get hurt super bad or anything. I think like he got like string attached to his leg, and it tripped him, and he just like fell over. He didn't get hurt real bad, just like cut up a little bit, and his shoulder was sore, but yeah, could have been worse.
Yeah, it sounds pretty scary. I mean, any kind of fall injury, that's pretty common when it comes to this exploring. Yeah, what about run-ins with the law? Because I know that's kind of our favorite people out there is, you know, the law enforcement. And I know there's a lot of good cops out there that don't really care about what we're doing as long as we're safe. But I know there's some out there that really take their job above and beyond their call of duty. So have you had any run-ins with law yourself?
So there's been about 5 times that the cops have rolled upon us.
Oh, 5?
Probably about 5, yeah. And they're just like, you can't be here, you gotta leave. And that's it, they just tell you to go and you leave. But only the one time in Detroit did I get a trespass ticket. They handcuffed us.
You want to talk about it?
Well, I don't know. I didn't see them because they were like all of a sudden we were walking down the hall, and then there was just like bright lights and a lot of yelling, and they were like, "Get down on the ground, get down on the ground," and I'm like standing there, and you got down on the ground, and I'm standing there like, I don't want to get down. It's dirty.
Well, yeah, it's like broken tiles everywhere, and it's just nasty on the floor. Let me help you fill in that gap of where you couldn't see, because I can see it clearly that beyond their flashlight, they had their guns raised at us. There was at least 4 officers. There's 5 on scene, but 4 of them that was in the hallway had their guns drawn on us.
See, I was on the side though, and I think the hallway door was blocking my view for most of them. So I just saw the lights and heard the yelling, and yeah. And I finally did get down on the ground, and then they came and they searched us and handcuffed us and stood us up against the wall. And I was like, man, I really gotta go to the bathroom. Like, this sucks.
Good timing. Well, what do you think would be the worst discovery that you made so far while you've been doing this?
I don't know. Maybe, I don't know if it's like the worst, but we found the ashes in the cremation boxes at the crematorium.
But
There was like, what, 3 or 4 of them maybe?
yeah, there's a couple different places we found ashes in.
Yeah.
And so I've been like that, but
I mean, that's not really bad. That's just kind of sad more than anything that they were just left there and forgotten.
yeah, I agree. Like, that's more of like a sad thing. Just like when you find like animals out of left behind, that
Oh, yeah.
it really like hurts my feelings. Like, almost would rather find someone than an animal, because my heart really goes out to these animals, you know.
Probably the worst, what was sadder than the ashes was my niece and I were at a school in Detroit one year, and we finished the school and we went across the street, and there was a boat, and we were like, let's go check that out. And there was a burnt dog in the boat.
No.
You could tell because the part of its face was still there, and like the rest of it was pretty much burnt.
That's sick. That's
Yeah,
sick.
that was probably the worst.
Okay, let's lighten the mood a little bit here.
Okay.
We've been to a lot of different places. You've been to this for a while. Have you been to a place that has taken your breath away? And what is that place? And kind of describe it for us that haven't been there.
Probably the power plant in Ashtabula, Ohio. just because it was my first power plant, and it was like it was in pretty good condition when we went. With like those big, what do you call them, the turbines or whatever they are?
Yeah.
Generators, turbines, whatever. Those big, huge things. And then it had like 2 separate control panels, and like all the stuff was still there. There was a couple of broken glasses, on the windows and stuff, but like all the buttons and stuff were on the control panel. It was really cool.
That sounds pretty cool. I've never been there, but I know that was on my list a long time ago, especially when I first started. But I wasn't so risky back then, and I wasn't really wanting to get in trouble at that time. I think over time we kind of got used to, like, we're going to push this a little bit further, and
Yeah.
I think some of us were just there just yet. You, on the other hand, you live your wild thing, going places. Okay, what about the Urbex community? There's people that are good and people that are bad, people that want to destroy things, people that just want some clout. What do you like or dislike about the community around Urbex?
Well, I don't really pay much attention to the Urbex community. I just pay attention to the small community of people that I know. And if you're not in that small community, then I really don't pay any attention to you. I ain't trying to get into the drama that people will have, I don't want to hear it. I ain't got time for negativity.
Yeah, and unfortunately, that's how it is. And the more you get to a tight-knit group of people, the better off you are. I 100% agree with that. So, as far as the people that want to, start, or people that are thinking about starting, what kind of tips would you give these new explorers?
If you're gonna start, don't be stupid and tear stuff up. Like, don't break into stuff, don't destroy, don't be breaking windows, throwing things off the balconies at hotels. Be respectful. That's the main thing. People aren't as respectful as they need to be when they go in places.
Yeah, I agree. There's been a lot of fires lit. There's been a lot of destruction and vandalism. It seems like there's a lot of people out there that they find a good place, and then they just want to destroy it so other people can't enjoy it.
Yeah.
Or you got these ones that want to treat these places like these the break rooms that want to go destroy things, and just because it's not their stuff, they want to go out there and release their anger or release their tension. I get it, but don't do it in these places that we thought.
Yeah.
This is places that we really find a different home in ourselves. So I guess we can close it out with. Would you like to say anything more to the explorers in the area, your friends, or anybody else?
No.
Screw you guys, and I really can't. All right. Well, where can we find your information at, and what can we see your videos and photos?
Alright, so my YouTube is Naomi's Adventures, TikTok is Naomi's Adventures, Facebook is just Naomi Chapman, Instagram is Naomi Chapman, X is Naomi's Adventures.
Sweet.
I'm on it.
Well, I appreciate you coming along, and you take good care of yourself. We'll see you around.
That was terrible, wasn't it? No, that was terrible. Don't lie. Don't lie to me, Ken.